Hi ADHD friends, ready to become gutsy cooks? Let's start now. Today we're going to make egg fried rice. I like to make mine with brown rice, so it's a whole grain. We always have eggs and brown rice around, so this is a quick side dish or it can be a main meal for your table. All right, let's get started. Gather your equipment, ingredients, and yourself. Here are the lists of equipment and ingredients you'll need to make egg fried rice. At this point, you may want to pause the video to gather your equipment and ingredients, or you can listen. I am going to read it for our visually impaired friends. I sometimes give tips and tricks along the way, or you can collect your equipment and ingredients and forward to the next timestamp. Equipment: a large heavy bottom skillet, a liquid measuring cup, little bowls, mixing spoons, a cutting board, a chef's knife, and a flat spatula. For ingredients, you'll need 2 tablespoons of light olive oil, 3 to 6 stalks of green onions, 3 cups of refrigerated rice, 2 tablespoons of pepper jelly, 1/4 cup of water, and 3 eggs. This will make 4 side servings or 2 main servings. If you need more, you can double the ingredients. The only ingredients I wouldn't double are the green onions. Get ready. Here we have our green onions. They've been washed and patted dry with a paper towel. First, you're going to line them all up, as you can see I'm doing here. Doesn't have to be perfect, but try to line up the stalk so you can just take one cut. Now remember to grip your knife with your fingers and claw your hand so that you're cutting safely. You're going to cut up to the middle part, where the light green begins. This is the part that's going to get sauteed. Later, we're going to also cut the green part as the garnish. So I go ahead and remove that first part because that's going to be going into our skillet to be sauteed. And then finish cutting the garnish and put that in a separate bowl. When going to cut the garnish, you're going to want to take off the very tops and any parts that look slimy or gross. Garnishes are there to try and improve the look of the dish. So it's not going to magically change when you sprinkle it on top. So you want to make sure whatever you're using for a garnish looks pretty. So go ahead and sort through those. Here you can see we have all our ingredients to get started. I do want to mention that the 3 cups of refrigerated or pre-packaged rice, the reason we say that you need to use rice that's already been cooked and refrigerated is so that everything will stick to it better. So please don't use fresh rice to make this recipe. Place the skillet on the stove and add the olive oil. Turn the burner to medium-high heat, that's 7 to 8, and set a timer for 3 minutes. That's to make sure you remember that there is oil on the stove and so that you do not overheat the oil. Combine. Add the green onions to the olive oil and stir for 2 minutes. Set a timer. Add the rice, pepper jelly, and water. Stir, counting to 30. You want to take your time here and make sure everything is well combined. That's why we talk about counting to 30. It gives you time to go ahead and mix well. I found that the most trouble I've had with recipes is because I don't take my time and thoroughly mix the ingredients together. You want every mouthful to be the same wonderful result. Heat. Push the rice to the edges of the skillet. Pour the eggs into the middle of the pan. This next part is really important. Do not touch the eggs until the egg whites are cooked and there's no clear egg white. If you stir the rice mixture before the egg whites cook, you will end up with cream rice instead of egg fried rice. Still delicious, but missing the target. Finish and serve. So you're going to take your spatula and make cutting motions in a grid pattern through the eggs into the rice. If you think you started too early with the grid pattern, you can wait a minute and let it cook before starting again. When the scrambled egg pieces are scattered throughout, it's ready. And you're ready to serve. We often serve this as a side dish, but as you can see here, this is plated as a main dish. You're going to garnish it with those pretty green onions that you chop the tops of. And you have a beautiful, tasty dish, ready for dinner or a side dish out of just a couple things you have from your fridge. I hope you enjoy it. If you like this recipe, please subscribe. Thank you for your time and attention. Now go get gutsy.